There is always one question as a new Amazon seller: what can I sell on Amazon when I'm just getting started? Today, I'm going to go through what is gated, and number two, I'm going to share with you what categories you can sell in as a beginner on Amazon. Stay tuned. If you don't know who I am, my name is Thomas Parkinson and I've been selling on Amazon now for 4 years. Right now, I'm on a mission to do £1 million by the end of 2021. And if you want to see my journey and how I'm doing it, and where I document it all, have a look up here. I'll drop a link to a video that I created about that. Enough about me, let's get into the content today. Okay, number one, I'm going to talk about what does ungated mean. Number two, I'm going to talk about the importance of knowing what categories you can sell in. Number three, I'm going to show you how to check if you can sell an item on Amazon, and we'll do that with a live screen share. And then finally, number four, I'm going to show you or tell you exactly what categories a new seller can sell in when starting out on Amazon. Let's get into it now. Okay, first things first, what does ungated or gated mean? Now, this means Amazon have restricted you as a new seller and other sellers as well around selling products on that brand or that category within the Amazon marketplace. Now, you might be asking why. Well, quite simply, Amazon really wants to make the customer experience as best as possible. And what it's learned over time is that unfortunately, there are some bad actors or bad sellers on the Amazon marketplace. And generally speaking, they want to sell certain types of products or maybe certain brands of products, which maybe have a much higher frequency or likelihood of being, if you say, counterfeit. Now, as a result, what does Amazon do? It puts a gate around those brands or those categories, and it means that new sellers can't sell those categories until they've been approved. And there's a whole process of doing that called ungating. But for you, what do you need to know right now? Amazon puts restrictions on certain brands and categories so that you cannot sell as a new seller. So it's good to know that. What does this mean in real life for you? What I'll do now is I'll quickly jump on the computer and we'll show you a quick screen share of 2 examples of being gated and the differences between them. So Amazon says you can sell a certain product, for example, Lego. You can sell that brand, there's no restrictions on Lego. But what it does say is you can't sell in the toys and games category. What I'll do now is quickly jump on the PC and show you that. Okay, so what I've loaded up here is a Lego product, and you can see right here, it's a Lego product here. And if I go down to show limitations, what you can see here is if I just zoom in, you need approval to list this product in the toys and games category. There's nothing about the word Lego, the brand Lego, it just says toys and games category. So we can assume by that there's no restriction on Lego, but we can't sell in the toys and games category because we need approval, hence the gating. Let's have a look at another example now whereby we can sell the category, but we can't sell the brand. Okay, so here we are with a Samsung 3.5mm earphones white, and you can see right here, if I click on show limitations, so if you see here, what does it say? It says you need approval to list this brand. Now it does have another restriction on, should we say, non-new version, but quite simply, if you're looking at this, you need approval to list this brand. So what does this mean? No restriction about the category it's in, previously a category toys and games, but this time, no restriction, no comments about that, just the brand itself. So there are 2 types of gating, brand and or category. Now what I will say is, remember, sometimes you can sell the brand, but not in the category, and sometimes you can sell in the category, but you're not in the brand. And you know what, to make your life even harder, sometimes you just cannot sell the product, period. They don't say anything about brand or the category. They quite simply just say, you are not able to sell this product at this time. And what I'll do is I'll show you a picture of that right now of where we found that previously. Now, if you want to know more about getting ungated on selling on Amazon products, be sure to check out this video up here where I talk in detail about how to get ungated and the whole process as well. Check that out, it's going to really help you as a new seller. Okay, what I will say is stay to the end of this video, because what I will do is I'll give you a list of those top categories that you want to be sourcing from for new sellers. That just means you're not going to, or you're less likely to get those restrictions from brand and categories. So stay to the end. Okay, that leads me nicely to number 2, the importance of knowing what categories to sell in. Now, why is this important? Well, quite simply, is because if you are sourcing for deals, for example, looking in the toys and games category, no matter if you find the most amazing deals in the world, you are gated in that category and you cannot sell them. So that deal is irrelevant. If you understand what categories you can sell in, that you are not restricted in, then obviously looking for deals in those categories is going to mean that when you do find them, you can sell those products. And at the end of the day, our time is money and we want to make sure we're maximizing the use of our time. So make sure you know what categories you can sell in, and when you get ungated in one, add that to a list. Okay, what I will say is if there's a certain category or a brand that you want to get ungated in, drop a comment down below, let me know and I'll try and help you. Okay, number 3, how to check if you can sell an item on Amazon. What I'll do now is I'll go through a full screen share of actually how we check these items and show you what you need to look at just to make sure you know you're getting the right checks. Let's jump on the computer now. Okay, so I've just loaded into Amazon Seller Central, and what I'm going to do, or what I've done actually, is come up here to catalog and add products. Now this is another account that I have selling on Amazon, which is a brand new account similar to new sellers. Now once you click on add products, you're going to get here find the products, or find your products in the Amazon catalog. So come down to here and quite simply just drop in the ASIN of the product that you're looking for. So here's one we found earlier. Obviously search that. This is example of Samsung headphones. Now what you can see on the right hand side here, it says apply to sell. It doesn't say sell, it just says apply to sell. And if you click on show limitations on the right hand side, it says if there are any restrictions. Like we showed before, this has got a brand restriction and you can see it right there with the word brand. So for you guys, whenever you're looking to say, can I sell a product? Coming in, doing that back of house check is going to help you do that. Here's another example. Let's drop in a Lego product, and you can see right here again, apply to sell and show limitations, and it says you need approval to list this product. What I will say is this process is quite manual and it's a slow process, and it does slow down your sourcing. If you want to speed up your sourcing, using a FBA calculator is just going to really help you out. What I'll do is I'll drop a link up here to a walkthrough, a guide that I talk to about a tool that I use in my business all the time, FBA multi-tool. Check that out. It's just going to do this and so much more automatically for you. I'm just going to tell you that information. Check that out. That'll really help you out and speed up your processes. Okay, I just want to take a moment. I just talked about speeding up your processes, getting things faster. But you know what? Even with tools like FBA calculators, sourcing for deals is still a really slow process. That's why I want to introduce to you a service I created called FastTrackFBA Leads. This is whereby we've got a team of sources looking for Amazon arbitrage leads in the UK and USA 7 days a week. Now, quite simply, we are looking for all the stores, looking for all the deals, and what do? We put them onto our web platform. You can come in, browse every single deal that we find, and pick and choose the ones that you like. Now, maybe you are a new seller looking to get started on Amazon and worried about gated categories, gated brands. Don't worry, we filter for those, and you can literally toggle and just see solely the brands and the categories that new sellers can sell in. Just speeds up your Amazon sourcing process, it speeds up the deal finding process, and it allows you to get started quicker on Amazon. Have a look down below. I'll drop a link to FastTrackFBA Leads. Check it out. It's really going to change the game. Okay, that leads me on to number 4. What categories can new sellers sell on Amazon UK? This is what you have been waiting for. Let's go through it now. Okay, so these categories are categories which should be ungated for new sellers. And what I will say is Amazon does change sometimes, but these should be perfectly good for new sellers. We've got this list from Amazon themselves, and I'll drop a link down below to where we got this list from Amazon's own documentation. But the one thing which I will also just add to that is we have removed some certain categories from their lists. Why? Because we have seen it time and time again. Certain categories listed on that list by Amazon are gated, are restricted. For example, toys and games are shown on the list as being perfect for new sellers, but we know by doing the research that you can't sell in them. So let's go through that list now. Exactly what categories can you sell as a new seller on Amazon FBA? I'll list them out now. Okay, number 1, baby products. Number 2, DIY tools. Number 3, garden and outdoors. Number 4, home and kitchen. Number 5, pet supplies. And finally, number 6, sporting goods. That is 6 top categories that you can look at, start sourcing for deals to grow your Amazon arbitrage business when you are just starting on Amazon, and they will not have restrictions on them. Do check them out. Now, what I will say is you've got a list now of all the categories you can source from. If you are thinking about, I know that's great, now where do I start sourcing? What I'll do is I'll drop a link around here to a top 100 suppliers list for the UK. These are statistically the best 100 suppliers we know of. That's going to now give you a place to find deals for those categories. Check that out. But what I will say is if you like this video, give me a big thumbs up. And hey, if you want to see more, hit that subscribe button down below. That's just the subscribe button down below. But from me, Thomas Parkinson and FastTrackFBA, thank you very much.